All right, here we go. Tuesday, episode number 18, Dathlete Daily. Let's talk about success. Success is a choice. So is losing, and I'm gonna tell you why. You always have a choice, whether you want to choose to believe that or not. You always have a choice. And I want to share a story with you because this is what sparked today's Dathlete Daily. I had a very powerful conversation with the gentleman yesterday. New dad, 18 months, has a little daughter, and he's a business owner. He has two businesses, and we got to talking, and one of the commonalities that we had was, outside of being a dad, was being a business owner through this crazy time that we're going through right now with COVID and all the bullshit that we're having to deal with, and we're gonna have to deal with, and it is what it is, right? And this gentleman has actually grown his businesses despite having to go through a lot of chaos, and he's taken on dad life in addition to that, and just add fuel to the fire, so to speak, right? Just make it a little bit harder, will you, as far as time and effort and priorities go. A lot of things going on. But what I respected with this gentleman the most was he was choosing to be a success as a dad. He was making the time. He was doing the things that he needed to do. Granted, tired, unmotivated, got all these other things to do, right? I get it, because I go through this every single day myself. The men inside the Forge Father that I coach, they go through it every single day themselves as well, but they make a choice. And so for the last 18 months, even before that, this gentleman that I'm talking about here has made the choice to be the best dad that he can be. He's made the choice to be the best husband. He's made the choice to be the best producer that he could be, especially with his businesses going through this crazy time. A lot of uncontrollables. And so what are you going to do? You're going to choose to be a fucking winner and do the things that you need to do, or are you going to choose to be a loser and just lay down and die? And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people choose to do. All right? And so for the last, how many ever months, this gentleman has been choosing success as a dad, as a husband, as a producer. However, the conversation that we were having was how he's been making the choice to lose when it came to being an athlete, when it came to taking care of himself, filling up his own cup. And it got to the point to now starting to bleed into those other areas. And he recognized that. And so the conversation that we had was, hey, do you want to choose to continue to be a loser in your health, your fitness, as an athlete? And I call it an athlete. Everybody's an athlete. Being an athlete means that you're putting priority into yourself, your health, your strength, your fitness, putting yourself in the best position possible, be more energized, to be able to show up better as a dad, husband, producer. But if you continue to choose to lose in that area, those other roles that we're trying to build up, they're going to start to crumble. I'm telling you, there is going to be a day that comes when you look in the mirror and you're like, fuck, been choosing to lose for a little bit too long. I'm really not that busy. I'm really not that motivated, but hey, something needs to change. And that's what this conversation was all about yesterday. And when it comes to the what and the how, that's the easy part. That's why you seek guidance. That's why you seek help. And so this gentleman said, enough is enough. I'm not going to continue to accept mediocrity as an athlete. I'm not going to continue to accept the bullshit in neglecting my health and neglecting my fitness, because it's taken away from my other areas, and I've had enough. I'm going to choose to fucking win, and I'm going to step up, and I'm going to do what I need to do. And he admitted that, and he said, I need the what and the how. I need the guidance. I need the fire under my ass. I need the accountability. Let's freaking do it. And so he's making the choice to become a winner in that area. I'm the same way. I have control over my athlete role. I have a control over being a husband, being a father. I choose to win with my producer role. I have 3 coaches in that field, because I'm choosing to win. I want the extra how and the what. I want the extra accountability, because I know it's going to help me push harder. I know it's going to keep me accountable. It's going to help me grow in that area. As a result, it's going to help me grow in all the other areas. And so the big message here is you always have a choice, depending on what your current situation is right now. For many of the men that I work with, the dads out there, you used to be a high-level athlete years ago. Awesome. You used to be a kick-ass dude. You used to be able to look in the mirror and say, that's the fucking man. You used to have that confidence, that energy, that edge. However, over time, you've kind of let that self slip a little bit. You don't recognize yourself as much anymore. Granted, you might be a hell of a dad. You might be an awesome husband. You might be a hell of a producer. But we need to build that athlete role back up. And you can choose to be a success in that area, or you can choose to fucking lose. And this is what I always say to the guys that I work with. It's like, failure only happens when you decide to fail. When you make the commitment to quit, to give up. Because here's the truth. The truth. We're going to get knocked around. We're going to get knocked off the path. We're going to get knocked off the horse, so to speak. We're going to get punched in the face. However you want to say it. It's going to fucking happen. But you have a choice to get back up and continue to push forward. The mass majority of people out there, they're going to let the world hold them down. For the men out there that are uncommon, the uncommon man that stays committed to the path, that continues to push forward, that rises up above the fucking resistance. Those are the winners out there. And you have a choice to be the mass majority of the interested folk out there that are going to let the world decide what happens to them, or you can be of the small, uncommon. Which do you choose? Do you choose success? Do you choose failure? Drop a comment, let me know. Tag Dathlete daily. Feel free to share this with anybody else that you would feel would get value out of this. If they need to hear this, share it away. But I'm going to keep coming back because that's what I do. I choose success. What do you choose?